Whoa.
It's a good whiskey. All right, so it's 2 whiskeys from Caleb Blagg.
Caleb Blagg, you magnificent master.
I think Caleb's up to 4 whiskeys now.
Oh, he's climbing. He's climbing the totally non-culty ladder.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you open that Macallan 18, Rex?
The tone. I don't appreciate the tone.
Super genuine and honest and friendly. Also, by the way, George Hand, thank you.
Is he from Louisiana?
George, I don't know. George, thanks for the whiskey, coffee, and tea. I've already consumed all the tea, and I'm about to start my way into the coffee. Hey, look, Rex, it's a box of Macallan M with baby beads. Oh, look, it's High Commissioner. A budget blended Scotch. All right, Blagg. You're on notice, my friend.
This is not a new sock.
It's really not. You know what's funny is I'm willing to bet that's from REI.
Really?
Yeah. I have socks that same.
There's a huge pile of socks over there.
There really is. Okay, so this is a blended Scotch called High Commissioner. Yeah. This is from Loch Lomond. They were all right here.
It's Loch Lomond.
No, they are back there in the back. It's Loch Lomond. So Loch Lomond opened up in the what was it, 60s or 70s or something like that? 60s, and then they closed, and then they got rebought out and opened again, and now they're growing. They have grain stills, pot stills, and they source whiskey and they make all these blends. And for a while, your glass is right there. For a while, these guys were like the 3rd most. High Commissioner was like the 3rd most purchased blended whiskey. It's surprisingly, it's totally like my boys. One of you cuts, the other one picks.
That's what I did. This has 1/12 of an ounce more.
Uh-oh.
Yes. What the hell's wrong with you? No diseases in the vault.
It's oak pollen season.
You're filthy.
All the oak trees are f***ing.
That's inappropriate.
It causes allergies for humans.
We have a standard.
We have a standard
of behavior on this show. You know what this is?
You know what this brand sells really well? Burma and the Middle East.
Really?
Yeah.
That's random.
Isn't it though? So this is very grain heavy. As in this is bright and sparkly, and there's some butterscotch in there, but it's buried behind the really bright, sharp notes.
You know what? This is reminding me of Johnny Walker Black.
Black, really?
Black. Johnny Walker Black.
I don't know if I'd go black.
Go black, man. Pull it out. Whip out your... No, I'm telling you. This is...
No, taste it. It's way too honeyed for that. Way too honey. Now, I could see why this would be a popular Scotch and blended Scotch.
It's actually... it's a background whiskey, not a hero whiskey.
Right.
It's 40%. Tastes like 40%. It's 40%. It's not a butter note.
You want to be slightly depressed on our distillery's possibilities? These guys are considered no longer as big of a deal.
Okay.
And that's because how much they sold dropped significantly year to year. You know what they sold last year? 700,000 cases.
Of God.
And they're like, well, we're not as big of a deal as we used to be.
We don't even have...
We were like, how many cases we can do? I think we can do like 12, maybe 20.
We don't have 700,000 blades of grass.
Yeah.
In our distilleries.
On the whole property.
All right. Matthias Storm. Now, what is this reminding you of? I'll get to Matthias in a second, though.
It's reminding me of Monkey Shoulder.
No.
Yeah.
Monkey Shoulder's more...
No, a thinner Monkey Shoulder.
Okay.
If we watered down the Monkey Shoulder with pure grain alcohol.
Do it.
I can't do that. I don't have pure grain alcohol.
Well, just do it with water, though. I'm not getting pure grain alcohol. I'm just getting...
Yeah, well, so what's Monkey Shoulder?
A thinner Monkey Shoulder. I think it's like 43.
It is, but I can't water it down. That's impressive that you remember that.
I know my way around the monkey. Matthias Storm. Rex, your grandmother would be proud to know that when you took your shirt off. This time, my 2-year-old daughter was watching with me. Oh, super cringy. and immediately pulled her shirt off too. Looked at me smiling like she just stole apples from the vicar's tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Influencing children here on the vault.
Yeah, try the monkey shoulder. So, this is going to be a super obscure reference. I wonder if anyone's going to get it.
The monkey shoulder is more vibrant.
There is a whole story about a famous detective who now has children, and he solves a crime where his children are supposedly stealing apples from the local farmer's orchard, and he solves the crime, showing it wasn't his kids. And this is from a really famous British author.
This is really intense compared to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monkey shoulder, only at 43%. The flavor's coming out of it.
I watered it down.
This is a watered down monkey. Wow, even a watered down monkey shoulder.
It's definitely the same family.
Yeah. It's getting there.
All right.
You had a story that you were...
No, I was going to say, if anybody can remember the story, I gave you a pause. Now, the rest of the story is, you need to tell in the comments if you even got this. It's Dorothy Sayers from the Lord Peter Wimsey series, after him and Harriet got married and had kids. It's a series of short stories.
Lord Peter Wimsey.
Lord Peter Wimsey. And you know what his middle name is? Death.
Oh.
No joke. His full name, because he's a lord, his full name is Peter Death Breeden Wimsey.
Spelled D-E-A-T-H?
Yeah. And I always thought, how cool would that be to have your middle name was Death?
What was the thinking behind that?
I don't know.
I want to know, like...
Lord Peter Death Breeden Wimsey.
To have Death and Wimsey in the same name.
Oh, it's such a great... It's one of the best British mystery authors who's ever lived. You've got Chesterton, you've got Conan Doyle, you've got Dorothy Sayers, and you got Agatha Christie. Hey, you want to open the octave? Oh, we got this one. This one I'm actually really excited about, and I'm hoping that Caleb didn't bait and switch us like he did with the Macallan 18.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
what is
another flap.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Hey, it is!
Oh, it's a thing.
Wait, there's other stuff in there.
Oh, M&M's. Sure, why not? M&M's.
You want the pink ones or the blue ones?
Caramel and, because I'm so secure, well, what flavor?
Yeah, that's the real question is what flavor?
Just milk chocolate.
Oh, I'll take milk chocolate, fun size.
I've never had the caramel M&M's.
I'll wait to eat them in a second. Because was really hoping this would be the Allt-Mark because I really wanted to try this. So Duncan Taylor is an independent Scotch merchant.
55.9%.
Who purchases single barrels from other distilleries, sits on them until they're ready, and then bottles them as single barrels. There are only 90 bottles in the world
really
of this whiskey.
Whoa. Oh.
And we got bottle 40 of 96 bottles.
What?
Come on, that's pretty cool.
Come
on, Vlad.
That's some magnificent bastardness right
That's
there.
impressive.
Yeah.
So now, here's what's cool, and why I wanted to try it.
Why is
you know the whole American thing
being pulled out right now and not in its own episode?
We got some dude walking down the stairs outside.
Just some rando?
Yeah, just some random dude.
All right.
So, hang on. You remember this whole deal about in America? Oh, you're using smaller barrels. That's cheating. You should use full-size barrels. Smaller barrels don't give you enough time.
Okay.
The octave range of Duncan Taylor products is whiskey's moved into 10-gallon barrels.
Okay. Wait, moved into after they've aged in something bigger?
Yeah, I think after.
Okay, so they finish in 10-gallon.
Yep. 9 months in a 10-gallon barrel.
You can do some damage in 9 months.
Well, maybe not in Scotland. I don't know if the heat gets as bad as it does in like Texas. But
I always mix up Duncan Taylor and Alexander Murray for some reason.
Don't mix them up. Alexander's a whole other league.
I know. I'm just saying the names are kind of like nondescript, and I always have to remind myself Alexander Murray's
Poop and Cooper.
Toots and Grundle. Is the 40%?
That's what it was. His Toots and Grundle.
The 40% guy is Alexander Murray, and Duncan Taylor. They're doing some special, different, unique thing. Is this what you're saying?
This is an Allt-Moore distillery.
Okay.
This is distilled in 2008, aged 7 years in oak casks.
Man, the honey on this, it's like super condensed.
But this is obviously a sherry cask finish whiskey.
Wow, honey and like ripe apples.
Man, the smell, and that's really good.
Just the heavy amount of fruit.
It's dessert heavy.
The heavy amount of like sweet, syrupy fruit. Why is this doing just?
Oh man, this is in the category of Glendronach. This reaches Glendronach glory.
Ooh.
Where's Jimmy Leg been?
Ooh. I think he lurks until he has a ball to bust.
Okay.
Adequately.
Well, Jimmy Leg, I would be interested to see if this Altmore could compete with your beloved Glendronach.
Man.
Abelard.
This
is pretty damn magnificent.
Yeah, almost 56%. That it tastes.
It's raisins. You remember when you got as a kid, you got a little box of raisins. You had to crack the opening and shake them.
Yep.
It's that smell from that box is in the nose. Pick that up and think box of raisins.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah, the plastic lined cardboard box of raisins.
Was it plastic lined?
Yeah, well, it had the wax lined.
Yeah.
Not plastic, wax lined.
And it's not aggressive, smoky, challenging. It's just the sweet, fruity flavors amped up to it's 56% alcohol. Amped up to an aggressive fruitiness, amped up to an aggressive level.
Yep. Yeah, because of that high proof.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add some water while you're working on comments.
Thomas Hawker, I am 21 and he's from Scotland. My friend and I have been trying different whiskeys slowly, but our best so far is Hudson Bay bourbon.
Really?
You're in Scotland.
Yeah, so...
And you landed on bourbon. Hudson Bay's a good bourbon.
Yeah. I mean, Ralph Lorenzo did an amazing job of founding that thing and helped grow that distillery and create the flavor profiles. I wonder if it reminds me of when I was living in London, when you went to bars, Budweiser was expensive because it was an import. Right?
Yeah.
So it was an imported beer. So I wonder if there's an attraction to American craft spirits because they're very rare.
Because they're imports.
And imported. Now, I will tell you that Hudson Baby Bourbon, is that what you said it was? Baby Bourbon?
No, it's just Hudson. Yeah. Oh, Baby Bourbon. Good on you.
Yeah, it's a great bourbon.
So,
and,
you know, there is a similar...
Much better than
There is a similar thing with, in business, with consultants.
Yeah.
Right? Well, hell, this is biblical, too.
Yeah. A prophet in his hometown has no respect.
That's right. And in the business world, if somebody is like just around the corner, they could be the most celebrated, brilliant, genius, best-selling author, so many credentials to their name, but because they're right there, they can't possibly be that good. But
yeah, they'll never command a high price.
If they're from across the country or from another country, then all of a sudden they're this exotic genius. And we don't respect the things that are conveniently available. I feel bad whenever we find something truly exceptional and amazing.
And you're never going to be able to taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you will be able to taste is Abelard 12, Allt-a-Bhainne, and the Glendronach 12.
That's in the wheelhouse.
It's the same family.
It's in the wheelhouse. Absolutely. Okay, let's do the...
So the baby bourbon I couldn't track down, but you guys put recommendations for if you liked baby bourbon.
Yes.
What else would you like?
What's the next step for...
You guys did a great job on the Irish suggestions, by the way.
Thomas Hawker and his friend there in Scotland. Jay Stone, you know, my life was fine until I met the two of you. I was content drinking beer and doing the occasional shot, but since watching your show, I have gathered 14 different whiskeys equaling about $1,000.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, I'll never be able to enjoy a $15 bottle of Jack again.
You should, though.
Yeah, man. It's situational opportunities to enjoy most things in whiskey.
It really is.
You have turned me onto quality whiskey, and now I buy a new bottle each week, just so I won't finish any of my other bottles. You gentlemen, and I use that term rather loosely, especially for the mooch.
Yeah.
Are horrible people.
Yes, we
and
agree.
Should be ashamed.
We are both very ashamed.
I concur.
All right. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, you fight for a friend.
If you steal me, you steal a lover's heart.
If you drink,
may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, drop a question or comment down below.